So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. He takes this for 3 to the 29. On 2nd down, Mixon. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Despite only needing one, Dalton to throw. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 20-yard line.
Take out 368. 22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber. Hey, wahoo!
Dalton operating in the red zone now. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Dalton, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
45's the mark.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. And that will be incomplete as well.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. Working out of the gun, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sam Hubbard able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Winston now. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
16 yards on the play.
Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Now a pass hauled in downfield. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Mike Evans with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down and 4, Dalton. Open man is Uzama. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
They go play action here on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Charles, you and I have made our predictions for Super Bowl 54. We're coming soon, the official Madden NFL 20 Super Bowl prediction. Something Madden folks do every year is predict how they think the big game is going to play out. And that prediction, with the help, by the way, from Peyton and Eli Manning, is going to be revealed on Thursday, January 30th, 9 Eastern. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ndamukong Suh, able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a 1st as that leads to 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the 1st, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Winston now to throw on 1st down. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. They run it. It's Ogunbowale. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. from the gun. Winston. That is caught. It's Perriman. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Third and 2 for Dalton. And Eifert has it. And all the way down to the 26. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Mixon will try the right side. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. On 2nd and 11 now. Dalton. That's going to be caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A.J. Green. 27 yards. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And it makes the score 21-10. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into...
And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. A quick sidestep here, CD. The NFL doing something kind of neat for its 100th season, which wraps up with Super Bowl 54. They're inducting a 20-man class, a centennial class, into the Pro Football Hall of Fame this year. Now, a number of modern-day candidates won't be announced until the night before the Super Bowl, but 15 have already been announced, and it's a pretty good list so far. Guys like Harold Carmichael, Bobby Dillon, Alex Karras, Donnie Shell, Duke Slater, a number of others in there as well, CD.
Yeah, you're right about that. And what this does is they hope it helps ease the backlog of some of the great candidates that are out there. You know, a Max Speedy and Ed Sprinkle people may have forgotten about, but they were tremendous during their time frame. And we did get to see, if you're watching television, coaches Bill Cowher and Jimmy Johnson receive their invitation to Canton from the president of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And we saw those announcements.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Following the interception, Winston. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
It's 2nd down and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Winston now from the 50. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off around the 37. The Bengals drive about to get going. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Looking to throw on second down. Dalton going deep downfield for Ross. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
44. There you go. Nice.
Andy Dalton. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devin White coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure it out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's...
It got his man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, 84 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. So now Dalton will lead the Bengals to the line as they'll come up and go for 2. Dalton here from the gun. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And an alley to run. And nothing but daylight ahead. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. He goes 102 yards from one end zone to the other as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Passing, it's Dalton. There's a short one caught by Uzama. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Throwing, Dalton. Going to throw right side here, complete. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Andy Dalton now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. They'll run with Mixon. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm here all day.
And he's got some space here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
Got three down.
A gain of 21 yards. 1st down, Cincinnati.
Motion. 45.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And Winston lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
No, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
At the 26-yard line.
2nd and 5 now. Dalton. Flush to his right. And his pass incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here we go.
3rd down from the gun, Dalton. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Andy Dalton going to stay on the field. They're going to try and go for it on fourth down.
Mike 45. Yo. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Set the tone, defense.
So they are going for it. Now Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. JPP cruising in for the sack that time. But down 2 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it, and it didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down at the 10. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Well, hey, CD, we talked about some of the guys that were going into the Hall of Fame, the 15 that we already know. But of the more modern-day players that are finalists, who do you think's going to get in?
That is really, really difficult. I'm glad you asked because it gives us a chance to kick it around just a little bit. Tony Baselli, the left tackle, a lot of people have not put him in, I think, due to longevity. But when he played, he was as good as it got. I mean, the best in the game. I think it's his time. I think he's going to find his way in, even though there's a backlog of offensive linemen like Steve Hutchinson's available. Alan Fanika's available. If you have to pick a safety out of this crew of Leroy Butler, Steve Atwater, John Lynch, Troy Polamalu, good luck on that one, although I think Polamalu is going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. I think he gets in. I think Edgerrin James, the running back, it's his time. He should have been in a while ago as far as I'm concerned. It's time for him to go ahead and get his due and get in. And if you're a receiver, good luck. Torrey Holt, Isaac Bruce, Reggie Wayne, who do you pick out of that crew? So I think a few guys who are deserving will get overlooked again, like a Sam Mills, the linebacker, or a Zach Thomas. But all in all, it's going to be a very strong class.
And we will find out who the 5 are that will go into Canton with the other 15 the night before the Super Bowl on Saturday. Again, here's Bernard. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. The Bengals on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Dalton. There's a short one caught by Uzama. But I think the ball's out, and the Buccaneers have it.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Right there on the coverage was the safety, Jesse Bates.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. 23 yards on the play. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Nick Vigil able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack, Winston. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Going deep downfield for Ross. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Cincinnati. 56 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Dalton now to pass. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off down near the 5. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. The Bucs on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11.
I got you, boy. 50 seconds.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Rashad Perriman, 81 yards as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Oh, he got possession on him, and he pulls it in. 23 yards, the final tally.
23 yards. First down, Cincinnati.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
How fit to be the boss? Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win no matter what, like 4th down, Hail Mary, no punch. Like every time I touch down, I gotta stunt. Randy Moss, yeah, my numbers going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jay Critch, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new freeze. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Underlay, yeah, I gotta get it in a rush now. Let them hate, try to knock me down, but we got up now. You say that you ballin', keep it real though. Hey, why I never saw you in the field though? Hey, I make it look easy, it's a field goal. I've been grinding for a minute and I'm still going. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How it feel to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. Here's Steven Gostkowski now to kick this one off. And we are underway from Santa Clara.
Here we go. 180. 21. 21. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. I'm not sure exactly what they had planned for play number 1 from scrimmage, but I can guarantee it wasn't that interception.
No doubt about that one, because in their daydream, this was good.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 30, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, 83 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gostkowski the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Garoppolo gives to Breida. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down.
Here we go. 65.
On first down, Garoppolo. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. It was the veteran Devin McCourty. Got a hand in there to break that one up.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards. More on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Here we go.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. On second down, a run with Breida. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Here we go. 180. Check. Walk 54. It's our field. 12.
On third and long, it's Garoppolo. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary. Incomplete pass.
Here we go.
When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
White.
Garoppolo to throw for it on fourth. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the fourth down play to result in 23 yards. Garoppolo on first down. Well, that's complete to Sanders. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Here we go.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
6-6. Pull it up. 21.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Jamie Collins coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They run with Breida, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Here we go.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17, following the 2 negative plays. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. One of the big questions in the lead-up to Super Bowl 54, the health of Tevin Coleman. We saw him go down fairly early in that NFC Championship game against Green Bay, and you thought, oh boy, that doesn't look good. Separated shoulder, pop back into place, and he wants to give it a go.
And you understand that. I mean, the chance to get to the Super Bowl and play. He's been there once before, but that was with Atlanta, and that was a 28-3 game. That lead that they gave up against New England. He wants to try and get a ring himself. So if at all possible, he will give it a go. Fortunately for San Francisco, he's part of a 3-man rotation at tailback that includes Matt Breida, who's a backup, and Raheem Mostert, who has just blazed through the playoffs.
You mentioned that game against New England. Of course, Kyle Shanahan was also with Atlanta. He wants to right that ship, too. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin with Michel on the ground. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Brady gives to Michel.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well. Vision is excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. To the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. After the run, here's 2nd and 8 from the 27. To throw, it's Brady. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
12, fellas, here we go.
Check 31, check 31.
No. Say hut.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Here we go.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Here we go. 180.
Let's go, Heavy.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Time to take a moment here, revisit this year's Pro Bowl. Played just a few exits down I-4 from the Madden home office, actually. But John Harbaugh of the Ravens, Pete Carroll of Seattle, they were the coaches, and it was Harbaugh's AFC team who came away with a victory. Their fourth win in a row for the AFC.
AFC.
All four of those wins coming in Orlando. But, of course, Charles, it was a tough day in the sports world with the passing of Kobe Bryant was on everyone's mind. It kind of put a cloud over everything on Sunday.
It certainly did, and the way that news spreads nowadays, the game had really started before the news was official, and it kind of broke during the game, and obviously it spread to both sidelines, and a number of guys would know Kobe, but if they didn't know him, the respect factor across all sports for the superstars and the greats of every game and every sport, you kind of saw it as that game played out.
17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
To throw is Brady. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. On 2nd down, Michelle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Matt LaCosse there to make the grab. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. Gostkowski with the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40.
21.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 25 yards that time. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said?
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This drive starts out on the ground with Michelle. Gets out of a little bit of trouble there with a shifty move. He'll take it up past the 6. The tackle by Eric Armstead. 2nd and 5 now. Brady, he's going to loft one deep left side. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job is to stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
A big play there for the Niners. And a quite appropriate gain as well. 49 yards on the ground. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. It's Coleman here. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. An option pitch we saw, we don't witness a ton of that in the NFL, but it worked there down near the goal line for a score.
And it's actually a great call in goal line situations because as more and more quarterbacks enter the league with that mobility and having run option in college, More pro teams are adding it to their arsenal. And now it's not just, does the quarterback run it? Does he pitch it? Now they've added a third element. He can rise up and throw the ball as well.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Hey, 66.
On 2nd and 1, Brady. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it. This is Michelle. The tackle there by Richard Sherman. On 2nd down now, Michelle. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Brady. He'll take a shot for the end zone, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And they'll try Michelle here running on the right side. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Wait, that 53! 56! Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Here we go. Motion.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And down inside the 15 he goes. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
Cover!
First down, New England.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Matt LaCosse, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
Here we go.
At their own 30-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off at his own 47. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Don't throw this way.
Guys take over 1st and 10.
Ready? 6 right there. 56. Go bandit. Wait for the end. 56 to Mott, boys. 56. Check 56. Strip the ball. Strip. Hey, box truck. 56. Mott's 56. Hey, Alabama. 56.
So after the INT, it's Brady. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Edelman was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
He was covered by Richard Sherman.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, seam 6. Right there, 56.
To throw again, Brady. Goes underneath here to White. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the ground, Michelle. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
And it's Michelle once again. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves them with 3rd and just a couple.
It's a gain of 8.
Hey, let's go.
3rd down.
56. Mike's 56. Regular. Mike 56. Mike. Sugar.
From midfield, here's Brady. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll run for it. This is White. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
No, 66.
And the blitz does come. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that'll make this a 7-point game. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The run on first down gets them a couple up to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
From the 27, Garoppolo. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And now that'll kick out of bounds, and this is going to be spotted back at their own 30. Oh, man.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
And able to find Dorsett. Room here to run. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Philip Dorsett, 70 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Gostkowski the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. This is Breida. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Garoppolo looks to throw, and the throw there going to be incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Key 26. Key 26. Tight right.
Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the 31, Brady nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Quan Alexander picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Back now here in Santa Clara as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on 4th. The Pats do snap it. It's Brady. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. It was the veteran Devin McCourty who got a hand in there to break that one up. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a give coming right is Breida. And some room to work. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big pickup of 38. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And my goodness, another interception. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Again, it's Michelle. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. New England on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. DeForest Buckner able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady going for it all. Dorsett's got it. Touchdown, Patriots.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball, man. All I ever do is ball, man. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched, and I better get set in. Finish him. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum, all. In the end result, I'm better killing them all. Rogue One, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. With state prop you looking bleak now. I was home to sleep designer sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak they listen. Couldn't find the social fishing. Who the crew, it wasn't you. I know it's true cause you look like the opposition. Run it up. Greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan. Gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more pesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Right there. Here we go. Lady! I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Come on now. Let's go. Touchdown.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 4th down, it's Howard, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Rams get the football in outstanding field position.
Check 26, check 26. 4 now.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
14. Rick Flair.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Run coverage, excellent there from the defensive end position.
How many times do we sit with coaches and they talk about a base defensive end, a guy who can anchor and play with leverage? We just saw a great example of it. And how about the bonus, tackling the runner for a loss?
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Goff. He's letting it touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks, 32 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that was the fly route for a touchdown, and since he caught that one and scored it, I got to tell the story. Before the game, we were standing there. He was running deep routes, dropped one. It bounced up and just hit me right in the gut, and I said, come on, man, but there was no drop.
Yeah, you okay now?
I'm good.
All right,
I'm good.
We got the ice pack up here. You're just fine. What I loved about it was the subtlety of the route, because everyone knows he's fast. They're going to play him for that route first and foremost, but sometimes it's a head fake. It's varying your speed off the line of scrimmage. It's giving the defensive back different angles to think about. Is he going inside? Is he going outside? And then, as you noted, he just took off past him. Oops, there he goes again.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Wentz into a double team, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. After the interception, here's Goff. Oh, look at the juke. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
2 for 1, 2 for 1. Check.
Gurley again here on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. 3rd and 2. Gone. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this.
Bravo. Pick it up, defense. Let's go. 57. Mike, 50.
Here we go on 4th. Goff. They got a man. It's Woods. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Check 52.
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Brandon Cooks with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
At the 31-yard line.
Here we go. 54. Yeah, let's get sack lunch. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Kill. Watch 54.
From the 31, Wentz. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. That goes for a gain of 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Wentz now to throw. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll run with Sanders. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
5-9.
To throw is Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Here I come. Check your hot read. Kill.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Well, Charles, earlier we were talking about the Pro Bowl. I want to go back to something because they experimented with something in this year's Pro Bowl. Instead of the usual onside kick, they gave teams the option to run one play from their own 25 on a 4th and 15 situation. The NFC did try it late, but Kirk Cousins wound up throwing a pick to Earl Thomas. What did you think of that idea, though?
Well, you know I'm old school, and because I'm old school, I don't like it because I want to see the onside kick be a part of it, to see teams try and get back in the game. But I'm also smart enough to understand if we're talking about player safety, that's one of the highest collision plays you will have in football. So while they continue to search and try and find ways to probably eliminate the onside kick, yet give teams a chance to come back late in the game, I get that part. Right now, I don't like the idea of taking it to 4th and 15 and we run a play and what have you. Is there another option? I'm willing to listen to it.
Hey, 76.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Gurley with a carry on first down. He'll only get a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draw.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Brandon Graham, and it'll be a turnover on downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Wentz. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. But now it's 3rd down. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Now Wentz. And he'll get nothing out of that one. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down.
43 is the mic. Let's go. 82, 82. 43 is the mic. I'm coming after you. Hey, Alpha. 43 is the mic.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. And Jeffrey's got it. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Go. 180. Check. 43. Two jack. Under 10. 10. Mike's 43. 43. Here we go. 43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. 5-7.
On 1st down, Wentz. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz, as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Hold on.
Here's Gall. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. The final shot before break here. Goff. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They'll always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. To throw is gone. Then he'll find his target. Woods, it's complete. A very solid gain of 27. On 1st down, gone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. This is a good time here to give a hat tip to Eli Manning, officially announcing his retirement from pro football on January 24th. All 16 seasons with the New York Giants. He exits the game, Charles, 2 Super Bowl rings as well as 2 Super Bowl MVP trophies. He's 7th all-time in passing yards and 7th in passing touchdowns.
Not to mention how durable he was throughout his career. Once he took the starting reins, at one point went 210 consecutive starts. And that only ended because of a decision made by Giants management, which I think they came to regret. Bottom line, I know he went 117 and 117 in the regular season overall record. Those 2 Super Bowl trophies, the Super Bowl MVPs, and beating the Patriots in a Super Bowl that ended their undefeated season, he'll be remembered forever in the annals of the NFL. Forget the hat tip. How about a full bow to Eli Manning?
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. From the pistol, it's Gurley. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On first, they go right back to Howard. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 24-yard line.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10.
Try to do better.
Wentz going to throw. And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Nelson Aguilar there to make the grab, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. This time, the extra point up and good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-17.
Eagles 13. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
On second and 9, Goff. He's going to air it out deep for Wood. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Try to get it to Woods. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
I'm going to run you over.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Sanders. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from the 20 as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Now Wentz. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the fourth. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21-all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now gone. Here as he's taken down. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long.
57, Mike, 57. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Blue down.
Out of the gun. Goff. Going up top for Kupp. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Nickel Roby-Coleman up to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Waiting. Mike 54. I'm coming. 14, 82, 14. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Good. 54. Let's go, D. Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Working from the gun. Wentz. Dancing to his left. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Defensively, mission accomplished, and now with under 3 to go, they may be the last team holding the football.
They may very well be the last team holding the football, unless, of course, you're facing a group that is really aggressive offensively and may want to take a gamble, but theoretically, you've done your job now. You should get the ball back on a punt, but I'd be alert for a fake.
The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game-tied fourth quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game fourth quarter. Makes this thing a little bit more interesting. And he'll get this down only to the 18. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
Rick Flair. Pilot, 64, weak. Check, check. Lucky.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now it's Gurley. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams have taken the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right? Yeah,
you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Now Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, high 7. 23 is the mic. I'm coming.
To throw is Wentz. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
I'm here all day. We're good.
He'll look to throw. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 34-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Wentz now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Clay Matthews with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Hey, watch the slant.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Yeah, it's a 4-yard loss. Really sets him back now for second down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
17.
He may try and run for this. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal?
Ever since I blew back all on my hey, back then, they know I had it. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Tank got choke, no, I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my feet. Back then, used to out the zip. Blow out the back and then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things, pull out the VIP. Suck turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop. Careful, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance, jump in the stands. I'm in the man. Oh, devil, thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, I'll deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This shit we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the jets. The coach regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on, smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
Up it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you